Morning students. In previous lecture we have seen some numericals about pressure at rest. Now we will see some more numericals here. Okay. Now here is the question. A open water contains up to a water at a depth of 2 meter. Means what he is saying, there is a open water tank, that is up to, there is water up to 2 meter, and above it an oil specific gravity 0.9 for a depth of 1 meter. Means what he is saying, up to some down part up to 2 meter there is water, and above that one oil it is there, of height 1 meter. Okay, what is the specific gravity of oil here given? 0.9 for a depth of 1 meter. Now find the pressure intensity at interface of two liquids. Interface of two liquids means this is my A location. Okay, at this location we have to find, and at the bottom of tank means we have to find pressure at A and pressure at B. Both pressures we have to find here. Now solution. What is height of water here? 2 meter. Height of oil 1 meter. Specific gravity of oil is equal to 0.9 here given here. Okay. Next, if I am having specific gravity, then what will be the density? Rho 2 is equal to standard liquid into specific gravity of oil. That is here specific gravity is 0.9, and what is my standard liquid of oil? That is water, 1000 into 0.9. So here I am getting 900 kg per meter cube. Now what is the density of water? 1000 kg per meter cube. So here density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. Density of oil is 900 kg per meter cube. Now pressure intensity at any point P is given by, what is our standard formula for P? Rho into G into Z. What is rho here? Okay, let us take, this is my standard formula. Now at interface A, means at the interface A means this is my first location. Okay, now P is equal to rho 2 into G into Z. Why? If I am taking here above this one, what it is there? Oil it is there. That is, what is the value, density of oil? 900 into Z value is 9.81 into Z. How much height here it is there? 1 meter. By calculating this one, here I am getting 8829 Newton per meter square. Now here, if I want to convert it into centimeter square, then 8829 divided by 10 is to 4, that is equal to 0.8829 Newton per centimeter square. Now here interface at A has completed. Now interface at B we have to find here. That is at the bottom, that is B. P is equal to, now if I am finding pressure at B, I have to consider if I am coming from top, here two pressure will be there. That is PA plus PB. Understood? If I am coming from top, then I have to consider both pressure at A, pressure at B. What is PA here? Rho 2 into G into Z plus rho 1 into G into Z1. See the formula now? See here, rho 2 into G into Z2. Okay, means at PA the pressure is rho 2 into G into Z2 plus rho 1 G into Z1. What is rho 2 here? 900 into 9.81 into 1.0 plus 1000 into 9.81 into 2.0. By calculating this both, I am getting here the value as 28449 Newton per meter square. Now again same, if it is in Newton per meter square, I have to convert it into centimeter. That is 28449 divided by 10 is to 4. That is 2.8449 Newton per centimeter square. Completed sum. This is 10 marks bill. Okay. Only the difficulty is here how we are selecting, that is important. Means if you know the logic, if I am calculating PV, then I have to consider PA also. If you know that logic, the sum is easy. Okay. Now example 5. Next example, the diameter of a small piston and a large piston of hydraulic jack are 3 centimeter and 10 centimeter. Means see here, this is my small piston and this is my large piston. Okay, two pistons are there, and small one diameter is 3 centimeter, large one diameter is 10 centimeter. A force of 80 Newton is applied on small piston. Find load lifted by the large piston when. Okay, means what we have to find? We have to find the weight of large piston. Small piston force he has given 80 Newton. Okay, but we have to find out the value of large piston value, that is W value. When piston are at same level, means Here what it is there, if you see piston, means if large piston and a small piston, if you see, both are having a same level. And second one is both, see here, what is second condition? When small piston is 40 centimeter above the large piston, means if you see here, from here to here it will be the 40 centimeter. Okay. If it is a 40 or 40 centimeter height, how much for weight it will be there? That one I have to find now. Okay. That is the question. Now small piston is 40 centimeter above the large piston. Now the density of liquid in jug is 1000 kg per meter cube. Density constant, that is value, because this is water. Now given diameter of small piston D is equal to 3 centimeter. Now so the area of small piston A is equal to pi by 4 into D square. That is pi by 4. Keep as it is in centimeter only. Don't change the dimensions here. No need of area here. Changing of dimensions is that is pi by 4 into 3 square. If I am calculating this one, that I will get 7.068 centimeter square. Now diameter of large piston is equal to 10 centimeter. That is area of large piston capital A is equal to pi by 4 into D square. That is equal to pi by 4 into 10 square. Now if I am calculating this one, I am getting a 78.54 centimeter square. Now force on small piston F is equal to 80 Newton. Let the load lifted is equal to W, because this is my unknown value. We have to find out that value. Okay. Now when the pistons are at same level, so what will the pressure formula? F upon A. Generally if it is a pressure is nothing but one type of stress, that is force upon area. Pressure intensity on small piston F by A is equal to, what is force he has given here? 80 Newton. And what is the value of small a? 7.068. That is 7.068 Newton per centimeter square. This is transmitted equally in on the last piston. Means what we can say? Pressure is equal in all directions. Pressure is equals in all directions. That is as per our Pascal's law. So pressure intensity on last piston is equal to 80.68. Means how much force here it is there? Same force will be there here also. Okay, because pressure is equal in all directions. Okay, now force on large piston is equal to pressure into area. That is pressure formula how much here? 80 divided by 7.068 into area how much? See the area, 78.54 Newton. So by calculating this one, here I am getting the force as 888.96 Newton. So to lift this weight, means force is okay here. The overall weight of this large piston is 888.96 Newton. Now similarly we have to find out the B weight. That is when a small piston is 40 centimeter above the large piston. That is pressure intensity on small piston F by A is equal to 80 divided by 7.068. That is constant. Now pressure at section AA, that is equal to F by A plus pressure intensity due to height of 40 centimeter. Means here this pressure is common, that is F by A plus pressure intensity due to height of 40 centimeter. Means here what is happening? Here some 40 centimeter liquid it is there. For that one also, how much pressure it is there, we have to find. What is the formula for pressure? Rho into G into H. That is, but the pressure intensity at liquid of 40 centimeter liquid is rho GH, that is equal to 1000 into 9.81 into 0.4. If I am converting this centimeter to meter, 0.4, that is equal to same value I am converting into centimeter also here only. That is 1000 into 9.81 into 0.4 divided by 10 is to 4. So here I am getting the value at 0.3924 Newton per centimeter square. So now what I have to do at section AA, that is 80 divided by 7.068 plus 0.3924. Both I have to do addition here. See here now. Now pressure intensity at section AA is equal to 80 divided by 7.068 plus 0.3924. By calculating this one, I am getting 11.71 Newton per centimeter square. Now force on large piston is equal to pressure into area of large piston. Okay, that is how much pressure we got here? 11.71 into area. Area how much value we are having? That is 78.54. Same value I am doing here. So 11.71 into area, I am getting here as 919.7 Newton. So friends, this is about numericals on our fluid pressure at rest. Now we are having one more topic, that is absolute, gas, atmospheric and vacuum pressure. This is one of the important question we can say, 6 months question we can say. First of all, I will explain with one small diagram here. Okay. Here, atmospheric pressure is nothing but, see here, this line is called atmospheric pressure. What is atmospheric pressure? Atmospheric pressure is nothing but here, inside the room. For suppose in my surrounding, how much pressure it is there, that is nothing but atmospheric pressure. Okay. Now if you see here, this line is called absolute zero pressure. This line is called absolute zero pressure. Okay. Now if you see here, from this to if it is going up to a point, if it is going up to a point, then it is called absolute pressure. Means here what is happening, I am calculating the distance from this line to this line, then we can say as absolute pressure. Okay. Now what is gauge pressure? Gauge pressure is nothing but here, for suppose above the atmospheric pressure, above the atmospheric pressure is called gauge pressure. Below the atmospheric pressure is called vacuum pressure. Okay. Below the, for suppose if it is above the atmospheric pressure, then we can say gauge pressure, and if it is below, then we can say as vacuum pressure. Okay. Generally gauge pressure we know. Your best example is dial gauge. Best example is dial gauge. Okay. Next, vacuum pressure. Vacuum pressure is, for suppose if it is below, let us take atmospheric pressure 30 km per meter square. If it is less than that value, then we can say it as vacuum pressure. Now again, if I am calculating from x-axis line to B point, then we can say this one also absolute vacuum pressure we can say, or absolute pressure we can say. Okay, that is the point here. Now once again I am explaining here, this line is nothing but atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is nothing but from our surrounding how much pressure it is there, that is atmospheric pressure. The above means if the pressure is above atmospheric pressure, greater than atmospheric pressure, then we can say gauge pressure. If it is below atmospheric pressure, then we can say as vacuum pressure. Okay. Now if I am calculating the distance from x-axis to a point, then we can say absolute gauge pressure. Now if I am calculating x-axis to B point, then we can say absolute vacuum pressure. Either absolute vacuum pressure we can say, absolute pressure we can say. Okay. Now let us go to some more depth. Now one way to measure atmospheric pressure is to fill a test tube with mercury, then invert it into the bowl. Okay. For suppose take one mercury. Okay. Take one test tube or jar we can say, fill that one with mercury. Okay. And after that make it reverse in one tank. Then we can say, then that is nothing but, for suppose see here, this is small tube here. What I am doing, first of all I am taking test tube and I am filling with mercury, and same this one I am inverting and keeping in this water tank. Then what will happen, some small pressure will occur. That pressure is nothing but here atmospheric pressure. Now P atmospheric pressure is equal to rho g h. Here how h is nothing but, here let us take h as 0.760 meter. Now P atmospheric pressure is equal to, now what is the density here, 13600 kg per meter cube. How we are getting here, 13.6 into 1000. 13.6 into 1000 I am getting here as 13600 kg per meter cube. Now P atmospheric pressure is equal to rho value how much, 13600 kg per meter cube, into what is my acceleration due to gravity value, 9.8, into height how much we are assuming here, 0.760. That is P atmospheric pressure is equal to 101,300 pascals. Why we are taking pascal here, before we can see 1 kg per meter cube is equal to here pascal we can take here. Okay, that is the P atmospheric pressure. Now absolute pressure, the sum of pressure due to fluid and the pressure due to atmosphere, means what absolute pressure means here, for suppose again see the graph, if I am calculating from here to here, how much it is, now you know atmosphere pressure. Okay, from here to here distance is nothing but absolute pressure. Okay. Then the gauge pressure, the difference between absolute and uh, absolute and gauge pressure we can say as it is due to atmosphere, that is absolute pressure is equal to gauge pressure plus atmospheric pressure. Now what will the gauge pressure formula here? Absolute pressure minus atmospheric pressure, then we will get exact value of absolute gauge pressure. Okay, gauge pressure is nothing but difference between absolute pressure and atmospheric pressure. Now if you see here, absolute pressure PABS is equal to, here how much he has given for us, 196, that is nothing but gauge pressure value, 196 plus atmospheric pressure how much, 101.3, so PABS is equal to 297 kilo Pascal. Okay, now PABS it is there. Okay, now we can get here gauge pressure. So gauge pressure how much, 196. Okay, so friends, this is about today's lecture, and after this one I will share my notes with you. Thank you. And for vacuum pressure, we can take this formula. Just now I said V vacuum is equal to PATM minus PABS.